I know, friends. I was just thinking about the labor involved in the average food chain of a given item. You could probably do this with most anything you might buy in a grocery store, I would think. But you start out. Let me see. You start out. A farmer buys land, has probably a wild mortgage on the property, or he leases it. I guess, I imagine they must. He's got to buy some farm equipment that would, you think your Cadillac's expensive. Or maybe you don't have a Cadillac, but you car, if you think cars are expensive, go try to buy a tractor. Some of these specialized tractors, oh my gosh, ooh, and they break too, and people got to fix them, and oh my, all the upkeep and stuff. So a farmer's got to have a mess of that, especially a farmer's got himself a big spread. He may not own the property, he may lease it. It's possible, and he can't do it all himself, so he's got to hire people. And okay, so he hires. So you got folks who work in the fields. They don't make a king's ransom. By the way, the farmer isn't necessarily rich either. I understand a lot of farms every year go under, and just new people buy them or whatever, or they're in debt pretty heavy. One or the other. It's tough financially to be a farmer. It's good, proper work, but it wouldn't take much for your financially you're in a pickle. Okay. And of course, there's with good luck and all that too, you can make quite a bit of money. But okay, so anyway, he needs help. The farmer needs help, he or she, and they've got they got to get a crew. Okay, so they get migrant workers. Generally, it'll be what they find, or people from town. They aren't going to get rich picking, working on the corn crop or the cabbage or whatever. And that's hard work. And again, I don't think in any of this food chain I'm depicting here, and I don't think anyone, like I said, is going to going out to Vegas with the money, right? Staying in the penthouse suite. I don't think so. Okay, penny machines, if that. Okay, they'd probably be looking for the half penny machines. Oh, let's see. So you got the folks out in the fields working, again, not making a whole lot, but they got work. They're being, and it might be just what they want to do too. In a lot of cases, older folks might come out and work, etc. Okay. So, but they're going at it like dogs. Then someone's got to get all that food to the processing plant. Okay, truckers. Okay, truckers. Yeah, there's lots of songs about the fun it is to be a trucker and all that, but it's long drives away from home, and when it's all said and done, everything's going fine till a rod goes out of one of your pistons or whatever. It's and there you are, getting towed into the nearest repair shop, and wait do you see that bill? Okay. And again, it's long, hard work. When you add it all up, it's probably not a whole lot per hour. Okay. So you got them. And of course, the mechanics working on the trucks, probably not getting rich. Everybody just kind of eking by. You get right down to it. Okay, so the truckers get it from the fields. Now you got the processing plant people. That ain't easy. Oh my gosh, working in a factory. Can you imagine working all day just making sure the corn gets shucked? Huh? Yeah. Someone's got to get that stuff off the corn. Yeah, all the corn cobs. And someone's got to package it. And then it's got to all go back in the truck, all ready to eat and looking pretty. Or some of this stuff comes from other countries, so it's got to be put on a ship and loaded onto a ship, taken across the sea safely, and then unloaded. And then all that goes into trucks. And it goes, that goes to the big warehouses where the food companies keep the food, and they, as a store sells stuff, there's all sorts of paperwork involved and computer, going back and forth, going nuts, trying to make sure that the store in Rahway gets the 5 cases of creamed corn they need. And they ordered extra bologna. Let's make sure they got some bologna coming in, and like that. And then the people at the store gotta get it off the truck, get it out of the cardboard boxes, get it all neat and pretty, and put it on the shelf. And then you got to make sure if it's something that has to stay cold, well, it has to stay cold. Oh my heavens! It's and again, I'm amazed. Actually, when I go through it like that, I'm amazed that that a frozen pizza doesn't cost $800. I don't know how they do it to keep it so cheap. But again, a lot of people not getting rich, getting by, but not necessarily heading off for Lavalette for 2 weeks in the summer. It's rather interesting. Anyway, so I guess what I want to say is, any of those people along that chain, you might want to say thank you now and then, because it's especially doing all this with the COVID around back like it was. That's they were actually taking a chance. They really were. It's and I know of people that got pretty darn sick, and have heard of different people who passed away as a result of the COVID too. So it's not always the safest work. So anyway, I just thought I'd say it's a lot of people along that food chain, and they all, you get right down to it, are pretty decent folks for doing what they do, and keeping their families and their countries fed and supplied with good with work. Okay. Anyway, I'll see you later. Lord's Prayer moment for all that. I think we should. Yeah. So many people working. Yeah. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory forever. So be it. I was just thinking, I remember some guy, Charlie, where I worked. He was the guy who ran the boiler repair company I worked for. And I remember he always admired how everybody worked. He really couldn't, he had to do bid work. So he had to really keep a very tight pencil, very sharp pencil on the paper, making sure he could get the job done. And he was always after us to get it done as quick as possible and right, because for crying out loud, it's a boiler. Sometimes the size of a house. You can't have anything go wrong with it, and not and live. And I remember he always admired how we all worked, and he always did what he could. And that he was a pretty good boss, Charlie. And I think of the people that manage and run our the various processes of the food industry. I wouldn't be going around screaming management stinks anytime soon. They got it rough too. Anyway, yeah. Hey, we're all working. It's, I guess, what we're supposed to do. Tell you what, it's getting late. I got to go to work. I'll see you later. God bless. Bye now.